Urals, Bronze Age, resources, and out of the Americas. Many megaliths have been discovered in the Urals, dolmens, menhirs, and a large megalithic cultic complex on Vera-Island. The related culture has aspects of other cultures across the world, even in the Americas, which they were not supposed to have had cultural contact with before the year 1500. Most of the above artifacts are related to the Bronze Age, spanning roughly from 5300 to 3200 BP or roughly until the late Bronze Age collapse. Bull, Wolf, and Gobekli-Tepe, Fertile-Crescent. In the large megalithic cultic complex on Vera-Island, we see some far similarities with Gobekli-Tepe, Peru, and other megalithic places around the world, including the unexpected depiction of a bull, which is a domesticated animal related to the Bronze Age and the Fertile-Crescent, but also with Gobekli-Tepe, Easter Island, etc. The depiction of a bull near the Ural, together with a depiction of a wolf, Lupus, again relates to Gobekli-Tepe, Easter Island, etc. The bull, Taurus, and the wolf are strongly related to navigation in Gobekli-Tepe, but that is for other videos. Ocean navigation by constellations. We relate many of these artifacts to navigation by stars and constellations, just as we relate the Gate of the Sun, Titicaca, Peru, Bolivia, South America, Easter Island, Pacific Gyre, Chile, South America, Gobekli-Tepe, Fertile-Crescent, Turkey, Stonehenge, Atlantic Gyre, UK, and many other artifacts around the world, to navigation quite literally around the world. East-west indications and the celestial poles constellations are primary for such navigation. Orion, the Hunter constellation, rises in the east and sets in the west. Specifically, Orion's belt, which is 3 bright stars, rises very close to due east and sets very close to due west. Sirius is the brightest star in Orion's hunting dog, to the right of Orion the Hunter. Orion and Taurus, Bull, are neighboring constellations. In Greek mythology, Orion is a hunter who is often depicted as either chasing or facing the bull, Taurus. Scorpio is also a well-known constellation, and it's located on the opposite side of the sky from Orion. Both related to east and west and always one clearly visible during the night. The myth says that Orion was killed by a scorpion, and this is why they are on opposite ends of the sky. Representing east-west. Constellation and myths for navigating the oceans. As said, like the east and west, also north and south are recognized by means of important stars and constellations. Constellations and myths come together to help and memorize in function of navigation. In Gobekli-Tepe, Cygnus the vulture, the Northern Cross is a cross-shaped formation of stars, prominently featured in the Northern Hemisphere. Today the Northern Cross is known as the Swan. On Pillar 43 of Gobekli-Tepe, Cygnus, the vulture, has the then celestial pole, Vega, in his left wing. The same Pillar 43, also the constellation Scorpio, is depicted below a symbolic horizon, so only this one pillar depicts information to find north as well as east-west. Apart from all this demonstrating advanced navigation and astronomy, as well as the eventual need for it, there are indications the builders of Gobekli-Tepe were also aware of the Earth's axis precession, which is a 360-degree cycle of just under 26,000 years. They and most ancient builders across the world were certainly very aware of solstices and equinoxes. It is improbable they understood celestial positioning, solstices and equinoxes without realizing that the Earth turns around an axis in the celestial sky. At that point it also is very improbable that they were not aware that the Earth was round and turned around the Sun together with the other visible planets. Obviously navigation is far more crucial when crossing oceans than it is for navigation across continents. The spread of similar cultures and artifacts across the globe suggests crossing of oceans, as well as the need for such advanced navigation. The here mentioned period of the Bronze Age includes the for Eurasia most important population turnover events, which ancient DNA research uncovered in the last decade. We deduce that the Ural with its monuments and artifact, all signaling its culture, played a role in the above population turnover events and the formation of the Bronze Age, cultures like Corded-Ware and Bell-Beaker, Indo-European languages, and that all these are related. In fact, the role of the Steppe-Pastoralists, related to the steppes around the Ural, in all of this are pointed out, proven and stressed by geneticist David-Reich and public presentations and media he is related to. Geneticist David-Reich's research is key in discovering and making a larger public aware of these radical events that are key in human history.